John Stones. John Stones for me, on a personal level, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about him as a player. He's been very hit and miss in his Man City career. You know, he's had some good seasons, he's had some bad seasons, he's had some bad moments, he's had some good moments. You know, he's John Stones. He's not a stone wall, I'll tell you that much. He's not always reliable. But considering how many centre-backs Man City have, and obviously what's going on at the club, we all know they're going to get away with it. But you've got to feel that John Stones, he can go somewhere else. He's 28, he's an England international. Man City have got enough players that they shouldn't have. John Stones being one of them. I feel he's the one that needs to... He needs to move on. He needs to move on. He needs to make a big decision in his career. At 28, you know, heading on 30. Head on to the head on to a different club, head on to a different team, league, whatever you like. You're heading on 30, you're not playing for a team that tells the truth. You're playing for a team that cheats. You're probably not going to get much play time as you age, and you know, they've got a lot of centre backs and a lot of academy players coming up. I will say this for a lot of their players. I know a lot of players aren't happy at Man City at the minute, and rightly so. I wouldn't blame him. There's nothing right about City as a club. Very shameful. I'd be ashamed to be a City fan. But if they're, you know, he's a good centre back. He's a reliable centre back, and you know, maybe if it means taking down a step to maybe join like a Europa League or an ambitious club, maybe do it. I think he is Champions League quality. I'm not saying he's not. He could do a job at most clubs. He's made some heroic goal line clearances, whether they were a bit rigged or lucky, whatever you feel about those goal line clearances, they were goal line clearances. He's a decent defender. He can make, you know, last ditch tackles, but it's when he's on his game and off his game. I feel like this player does sometimes get a bit targeted by opponents, and that's probably because of the expectations of Man City. But I think Stones, 28, time to move on, mate. It's time to move on. You're an England international. If you want to keep that place, leave City. Get loads of game time. Get, you know, get your reputation up a little bit more. All you're doing at City is what De Bruyne is doing. Making a name for yourself at City, that's it. You know, a bit pointless if you ask me. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens with John Stones. But for me, he's slightly ruining his career. He's wasting time like De Bruyne. You know, heading on 30. A talented player that's just wasting time at City. What are you there for? The trophies that you win every season, or the wages? You could be winning trophies that teams don't often win. You could be part of something special. You're not part of anything special at City. Absolutely not. You're just... You know, they've got enough centre-backs. You're just one of those centre-backs. I think he needs to make the move. I think he needs to leave. And hopefully, he makes the right decision and does leave. I think that would be the correct decision to do. If he leaves, I don't think anyone would have a problem with it, because he's doing what's best for his career. Again, like I say, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong right now. But I don't think he's hard. I don't think he's as good as Ruben Dias. Kanji's gonna be there for years. I think he's, you know, an up and coming one. And then, you know, you've got the youngsters, and you've got a few more centre backs. You've got Laporte. They're all aging. They're all aging. And you know, the Stones is just one of them. So for me, Stones, it's no brainer. Just leave, mate. I don't think anyone would, you know, be particularly upset if Stones went. I think it would all be, you know, people would be understanding. But for me, it would benefit his career if he did leave. And for right now, I feel he is ruining his career at City, like most of the players are. But yeah, for now, I think he is.